Hey everyone, it's BuzzRail96 here, and welcome to another Train Sim World 4 live stream. For today's stream, we are in Germany, and we're taking a look at quite an old route in Train Sim World now, and that is Rhein, Osten, a small separate extension to Rhur Signal, which you can see in the bottom left of your displays. So what we're going to do is go into the journey mode and have some fun with the 422. We're going to do some passenger services. Okay. Just having a look at see what we can do. There are some. There's a different service there. Okay. Let's do the first one, I think. An all stops eastbound S-Bahn service that goes from Wuppertal, Steinbeck to Hagen. So let's do that one. Let's rock and roll. Hey Samuel Smith, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Hope you've had a good weekend and a good start to the week. I'll just pause the game a second. I need to just do something a minute. Hang on. Just got to respond to a text a minute. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, let's get back to the game. Let's adjust the settings. I've typed to minimal. Oh yeah, and before I do go further, I need to put the motion blur on to aid the stream's performance. Oh, we got to go straight away. Okay. No need to stop for passengers then. Oh well. Put the passenger lights on. Marker lights. Okay, yeah, no need for that. Instrument lights. That's at 100%. Oh yeah, the PIS display. Yeah, that's not the right destination. Is it S9 or is it S8? I can't remember. S8, bugger. That would have been perfect. Oh no, it wouldn't have been. It's the wrong destination. Hagen, that's it. There we go. Ah, I've got to turn on the safety systems as well. Ah. There we go. Right, let's go to the first stop, which is Wuppertal Hauptbahnhof. 85 lamp flashing. We'll keep it safe and steady, just under 40 kilometers per hour. We're going to be miles late, but that's fine. As long as we complete the service, that's all that matters on the streaming side of things. Boring weekend, to be honest. Well, I mean, it hasn't been easy, has it? It's not been brilliant with the weather. It's been boring with rain as normal. Wind, rain, mist. The usual. This weekend's going to be legendary though. Oh really? What makes this weekend legendary then? Right, we're coming into Wuppertal Hauptbahnhof. brake. Alright, so here we are at Wuppertal, Hauptbahnhof. The PIS displays do work, and on this unit as well. Oh dear, that doesn't. If it's PIS, unless it's just beginning the service, I'll let it off. Otherwise, that's not good enough. So yeah, the formation is a 8-coach train, 2 units of 4 connected together. And yeah, I mean this route does include the main line, and also the container port at Langerfeld. You've also got the S-Bahn line, which we will be using today. The main line also is used by Regional Express and Regional Bahn services, and that's Hagen and its yard at the top of the map. And the route length is roughly, you know, I think it's just over 40 kilometers, 41, 42, something like that. Right, 85 lamp not flashing. We can reach the maximum permitted speed, which is brilliant. The next stop is Wuppertal Unterbarmen, just under 1.5 kilometers away. Yeah, and as far as attraction, you get the 422 and the MRCE BR185.5. Well, Samuel Smith seems like a nice scenic route. I think the route isn't too bad personally. I like the fact if you have all the other German layers, you know, additional services and what have you, enabled on this route, it does make for quite a nice busy timetable, especially in the morning rush hour. We're coming in a little bit fast here. Should be okay. And add on the fact if you have the Vossler G6 from Train Sim Germany, which is a brilliant shunter, I must say. He recently fixed the rear tail lights on that shunter. I had a check earlier today, and I was very pleased with that. But yeah, if you have the shunter, that adds extra services as well, mainly for the container yard. But yeah, the route is, well, I think it's alright. It's not too bad. Distant scenery actually is okay for a change. I mean, look, you got some shrubs and bits of crap everywhere. You know, it looks like a building excavation site's taking place here, so maybe they're going to build something, houses or something, most likely. But yeah, I mean, the scenery is better than average at the time, even today, should I say. It's even got some better scenery than Mainz-Bahn. But yeah, but the flat 2D texture I'm not a fan of. Now that doesn't look like normal 2D grass texture, does it? Interesting. Right, the next stop is Wuppertal Barmen, just under 2 kilometers away. And also this route has an animated version of the Schwebebahn, the very famous suspension railway that goes up of the River Rhine. I think it's the River Rhine. It's a river in the town of that goes through the town or city of Wuppertal. Very well known. I think even Jeff Marshall He did a video on it last year or year before, and a very interesting experience, that's for sure. It's not your everyday metro service, that's for sure. Sammy Smith going on the train to Hull to do some golf. Oh, very nice. Hope the weather's ideal for golf. Alright, coming into Wuppertal Barman. We're going in way too fast. Oh my goodness. Oh, stop. It's difficult to know where the stop markers are and the stop points. Normally you'd have, like, I think a H on the ground next to the track to signal where you should stop. It's difficult. Unless that could be it. F, maybe? Can you see the Rhur bar? No, you can't see it yet. You will do shortly. You've got some industry there, like a factory of some description. Yeah, the road network looks... well, that's not great. But yeah, the bridge looks okay. Ah, there's the Rhur bomb. You could just about see it. That's it there. See the animated moving. There you go. I don't know what you call it. The type of vehicle they use on the suspension railway. Not a cab car. Not a cable car, is it? It might be a cable car actually. Oh no, it can't be because it's driver operated. So I don't know what type of vehicle that you would describe that as. I'm sure someone will know. The next stop is Wuppertal Oberbarmen, just under 2 kilometers away. Well, let's hope so. I mean, never trust the weather forecast, as I'd say. Samuel Smith. So yeah, hopefully weather is good for you and your friends or family or whoever you're going with. Ooh, need to brake. Okay, approaching Wuppertal Oberbarmen. Ah, there's a H sign. Oh, stop. There we go. It's an interesting site here called, what is it? Bauhaus? Or is it separate words entirely? B or Haus? I don't know. Either way, it seems a bit, it looks like a distribution centre, is it? One of it's like a supermarket of some description. I don't know. I don't know. But this is, I think, the terminus of the Wuppertal, not Wuppertal, the Rhur suspension railway. The vehicles will just go in and out of the building. Obviously, in real life, there'll be, I think there's like a depot as well. It's used as a depot to turn them around or put them in the sheds. That's the river And it traverses for pretty much most of the route. There's one there. They're not high quality, the vehicles, but you know, in the distance it looks alright. It was a German art school, but closed in 1933. Oh. Wonder why it closed. It must have been probably something to do with the threat of World War II around the corner, probably. But interesting that. Ooh, don't go too fast. The next stop is Wuppertal Langefeld, where we might see via Vossler G6 shunting in the container yard. I mean, it is all we can rely on. Exactly. Samuel Smith, exactly. Now, you do get some steep gradients, particularly on the main line. There is a very steep section. I remember I took the G6 shunter on one of its services when I was making a video on it up the main line, and it was incredibly steep. I mean, the shunter struggled just to get some, what was it? I think it was a 185.2 that had broken down, and its load up the hill, and it really struggled. Oh my god, don't go too fast. Just noticed we got to be less than 85. Oh no, we don't. Whoa, we're going too fast. I'm too busy speaking. Ah. Yeah, you can tell I'm not a good driver. Oh dear. I talk too much. Yeah, I failed. Oh dear. Oh, if one is the game gonna hate me for that, it probably will. Let's reverse. Let's take it easy. Take it steady. Got a bit of a. May have got a bit of a distance to that red signal. Oops. Right. Good thing there's no signal here. That's it, keep going, keep going. There we go. We didn't miss you, people. I'll give it another 10 seconds and then we'll get going. So yeah, the container yard is just over there. It's just over that little hillside. Alright, let's go. Before we get into any more trouble. Right, let's go to the next stop, which is Schwelm West. We've got a restricted speed of 85. Whoa, okay, sorry. Override. No. Thank you. Right, we'll stick to 40 this time. Schwelm West is just over 1.5 kilometers away. Sammy Smith, yeah, the war impacted it. Oh, no, it doesn't surprise me. It's probably used as some sort of factory, maybe to construct weapons or something like that. There we go. 85 lampers gone. Full speed. After this, is it this station? No, the next one we will then divert off the main line and go on the S-Bahn line. And this route is also priced at what was it, $24.99. But if you get it on a discount, then I think it's a decent route overall. Honestly, I liked it when it came out, and I still like it today. It's a good challenge. It is good fun. Nice variation as well, especially with the shunter. No question about it. Whoa, we gotta stop. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I think it's alright. I mean, at the time, I think when it came out, it was pretty decent. Granted, it didn't have, you know, PIS displays on the platforms or anything like that, but I think the scenery looks okay. It's not too bad. I like the fact it's a very run down, you know, so there's some industrial buildings around close to the line. But yeah, I think this route doesn't look too shabby, especially considering this route came out. Crikey, I'm trying to think when it came out. I think it was the back end of like 2019 or something like that. So it's quite old now, but the route has stood the test of time pretty well. It's a damn sight better looking. It's in a much better state and condition than the Peninsular Corridor. It's me being a doofus. Let's just break the thing. Thank you. Again, I talk too much. This is why I'll never be a train driver in real life. I'm absolutely shocking at it. But yeah, this is in a much better state and condition than the Peninsula Corridor route. So that scenery it has not aged well, unfortunately. Sad to say. There are a few issues. Obviously, the PIS displays on the other AI 422s don't work, unless that one was just, I don't know, just arrived at a station or something and was maybe in the process of changing its displays. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen any other traffic. When we do, maybe on another run, hopefully if it's set in the rush hour setting. That's me being a doofus again. Thought I'd be okay with that one. I was on 45. There's a freight service. If I wasn't talking and I was fully focused on driving, operating the multiple unit, obviously I wouldn't be as bad as this. I do apologise. We are very late indeed, but as long as we finish it, that's all that matters. We'd probably have to wait anyway if we were at the station for the freight train to pass. Right, go, 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 go. The next stop is Schwell. And here is the station now. Whoa, brake, we're coming in fast. Yeah, this is good fun. I mean, it does feel cool when you haven't played on a route this old for quite some time. It does feel like you're playing a new route for the first time. It is just good fun. Especially look at that, 3% downhill grade. I mean, Schwelm is the best station on the route for virtual rail spotting, which I actually need to do a video on this station in my ASMR series. I'll plan to do that quite soon, actually, now I've said it. So the S-Bahn goes off here. If I said before Blankenfeld Container Yard, it's here. Why I said it was over there, God knows. My mistake there. Hey, Sophie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Have you heard the good news, Spurs Rail? No, what is the good news? Are you going on holiday or something? Or have you won the lottery? Or got a new car? Or a friend of yours getting married or something? Or what's the good news? Whoa, we're going too fast again. Way. The next stop is what's it called? Gelversberg West or Vest. Is it Gelvsberg or Gevelsberg? I think it's Gelvsberg. Oh yeah, the Goblin Line. Yeah, I already know about that. Yeah, I already made a video on it hours ago. So yeah, don't worry, I know about it. Oh, better come off the park. Got a 1% downhill gradient into this cool tunnel once again. Sophie, good. Apart from the date it releases, why the date? What's wrong with the date? What's wrong with March the, was it 19th? What's wrong with the date? What is it? Just over, what is it, 2 weeks time? I think it is. Normally do it on a Tuesday, don't they? What's wrong with the date then? Is it the 19th or is it like this? Or is it a completely different date? Either way, we are approaching Gelvsberg West. Here is the station platform now. Whoa, stop. Ooh, I'll take that. That's solid. Sammy Swift just driving on the Brighton. That's fine, no problems. Over 4 minutes late. Oh dear. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sophie. I see. Now it makes sense. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Not brilliant. I'd always think of it as a good day rather than a sad day. Think of the good times. Think of the good times. Think of the good memories. And then you've got the goblin line. Whether that route will be good or not, I'm still not sure. I think a pre-release stream or previous stream will determine whether it's satisfactory or not. I mean, the multiple unit looks good. I'll give you that, but there's not enough footage or shots of the route itself, like the scenery around it and so on. So, hopefully it's good. Fingers crossed. Right, we're approaching Gelsberg Kip. Will I pick it up? The Goblin line, I really don't know. Yes, it's not £30, but it's £24.99. I think that is a bit steep for a route that's 13 miles and that's 13 stations. The West Somerset Railway is longer. It doesn't have many stations, mind you. But it's cheaper. Same could be said for the Glossop line, even, that launched, was it last summer? That is a longer route, I think only just. I'm not sure on the station count, but again, it's cheaper too. So I'm not sure whether I'll pick it up immediately. Again, depends on the pre-release stream, if it's in a reasonable state at launch. If it is in a decent condition at launch, then maybe. If not, no. I won't pick it up. Alright, the next stop is Gevelsberg Hauptbahnhof. Or Gelsberg Hauptbahnhof. Whoa, we're going too fast. Way. Good thing I've on the emergency brakes. We're going to need it. It's me getting too excited with the throttle. Apologies there. My bad. We're a country mile off. Oh dear, what's happened to this road? It's suddenly ended. So this must be a local industry. It's not a bad shot, the distant scenery there. Right, let's lock the doors. Sophie, in a way, I'm shocked as Vivid Games released their 170 video yesterday. So surprised. So it surprised me to see the Goblin Line is the next route, yeah. Yeah, I did see the little preview video of that 170. I bloody hope it's a work in progress, because that's not in a good state, that multiple unit, at all. Sounds are way off. The PIS displays, it seems, are broken. Like one side of the train has them turned on, the other is blank. And I think the front and the passenger side, at least in that video of the PIS display, is off center. So yeah, not a good start for the 5 circle route, which is a shame, because you know, it is a route I've wanted to see in the game for quite some time, and I don't know, a fair few people are looking forward, or were looking forward to seeing a 170 diesel multiple unit in the game. Yeah, which is such a shame that diesel multiple unit that Rivet is creating for the 5-circle route at this moment in time is in a bit of a mess, and they really need to sort it out. Hopefully the route releases in, I don't know, April, May time, because yeah, that multiple unit needs some work. I mean, it's not the first time that Rivet have made a pretty hash job with its multiple units. The 150, even though they had some sounds from Armstrong Powerhouse, was edited very poorly. The 385, which I think they did say they were attempting to organise a recording trip to a ScotRail depot to get sounds of a 385. Over a year has passed and nothing has happened. And the 170, it seems, it sounds like the engine is from the 150, the sounds, so very unusual, which again brings me to the conclusion that maybe we should have had the not only Skyhook's Class 158 ScotRail multiple unit in the route from the start, but also we should have had the Class 68. Whether Rivet would have made a hash of that, goodness me knows. Sophie, you're not done any worse than my Pedalston. Yeah, true, very true, very true. He's like a rabbit in the headlights at times. Bless him. Yeah, the engine revs need work. I think the gangways as well, maybe look unusually wide and long. Like I don't know why, it just does not look right at all. And why they chose to make the gangway section of the exterior really long and wide, like God knows, it doesn't look right. To me, it doesn't look right at all. I've seen footage of the 170 in action, photographs. I mean, they've got hundreds, thousands of probably, photos and videos of the 170 in ScotRail colours in action on the 5-circle route and maybe other parts of Scotland. So it amazes me as to how inaccurate they've got that. I even think the headlights, they've got it wrong too. So how they've made a complete mess of that 170 at this moment in time, Lord only knows. But I hope it's not, the final picture, let's say, of the 170 on Train Sim World, because if it is, we're in for that's gonna, yeah, that's not gonna please me. Heck, I think the 5-circle route on Train Simulator was a bit better. Why? Because it came with a Class 68. It was included, yeah, as part of the 5-circle route in Train Simulator. Sophie, I hope it's better than the 150-2. I hope so. I hope so. But judging by that footage Rivet posted yesterday, that's starting to look a bit of a stretch. But we'll see. We'll see. Sophie, hope not in reality. The engines are MTU German engines, coupled to Wolf T21 1R gearbox with ZF final drives. Blimey, you know the 170s well inside out. Oh, don't worry, if it balls it up, I'll give Jasper a rake. Yeah, you do that, Sophie. Well, I don't think you'll be the only one. It's just really lazy of Rivet, like, they've got to turn things around. The route itself, well, 5-circle, we haven't got a clue, so hopefully that saves the day. But, it's not going to be much fun driving a multiple unit that's horribly inaccurate because, yeah, that's the thing that comes with the route, isn't it? I suppose the only good thing is you've got that, what do you call it, that free roam mode thing where you can stick a loco or multiple unit, whatever you want, on the route and do what you want with it, really. But yeah, hopefully the 5 circle is, you know, at least above average for Rivet games. I thought the ScotRail Express, when I took a look at it first time, albeit it was after some significant patches to that route, I thought the route ScotRail Express looked okay. It was not too bad. It was above my low expectations, so that's good. Hopefully 5 circle will be the same. Again, it depends on how much it's going to cost. I don't know roughly how long the 5 circle is, but I hope it's good. Now, I'm not doing well with the driving side tonight, I do apologise. I'm talking too much. I think I'll have a sip of tea whilst I'm at it. I don't have any biscuits or anything. I ate them already. Oh, lovely. So if when the 170s first came out of the post-privatisation, Central Trains were first, along with Midland Main Line, to have Turbo Star 170s. I think the Overground, the Goblin Line, actually, touching on that, I think they had a form of 170, didn't they? Was it like a 172? Or Turbo Star, or something like that? It's really had something like that, because the line wasn't fully electrified in the early 2000s. I think it was until maybe mid-2010s it was electrified, if I'm not mistaken. Sophie, no, majority more Sophie. Places the sprinters. Ah, right, I see. Hope no biscuits. Yeah, it would have been nice. Making me hungry now. Right, the next stop is Hagen, Veringhausen. Steep downhill section here. Very steep, in fact. That yard sidings down there we just passed. You can access that now with the G6 Vossler shunter, which is cool, and you can actually do some freight services in there as well with shunting. Right, let's see if we can finally stop at a station within the limits of the platform. Albeit we're incredibly late. Well, not incredibly late. It's not too bad. Could be worse. There we go. So that's the main line. And very soon we'll be coming into Hagen. Hauptbahnhof. It'll be interesting to see where the trains are put to sleep at night. There is, I think, they probably stick them in Hagen Yard or something like that. I mean, it is a massive yard. Huge, huge yard. Based on the Class 168 Clubman units. Yeah, I had a feeling it was something like that. They maybe were on the Goblin line. So many were on the Goblin line in the past. Oh, sugar. No. Wouldn't have it. Never mind. Just come to a stop. And we'll just move again. No biggie. No harm done. The next and final stop is Hagen Hauptbahnhof. The speed limit is 40 kilometers an hour. A little bit over that, but you know, got to shave some seconds off. Surf, it might have been a bad day. Cyclists go by a train. Oh Christ, it's not good. In Nottingham this morning, fire service Jack. Ooh, horrible, 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 horrible. Now, speaking of bad days on the railways, there was an incident at Woking today in Surrey where a train hit an object, whatever the object is, I don't know, and the front of the train had derailed. Nobody was injured or anything like that. The front of the train derailed, which meant all services in and out of London Waterloo were severely disrupted, if not cancelled. So that's not good. The knock-on effect is that the lines in the area of like Surrey and Reading to a degree were disrupted because there was, I don't think there was any services. There was services going to Basingstoke because obviously that isn't that line wasn't affected, but there is which line was it? The London Waterloo to Reading line that was severely disrupted, if not probably closed down completely for the day. The Great Western Main Line between Reading and London Paddington is I think due to start now, isn't it? Having some major work done by Network Rail, like, you know, improving overhead cabling, signalling, I don't know, you name it, track ballast, you name it. Basically, the line is not fit for purpose with the amount of traffic that it has at the moment, so Network Rail pretty much said, yeah, we fucked up. It's not good enough. And we got to fix it, basically. We got a bronze. Okay, we finished the service. We stopped at Wuppertal Hauptbahnhof, Wuppertal Unterbarmen, Wuppertal Barmen, Wuppertal Überbarmen, Wuppertal Lankerfeld, Schwelm West, Schwelm, Gelsberg West, Gelsberg, Kip, Gelsberg Hauptbahnhof, Gelsberg Nap, Hagen Westbohr, Hagen Hübing, Hagen Weringhausen, and finally terminated at Hagen Hauptbahnhof. And this pertains to the main menu, and see what else we can do. Sado Kin, hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Hope. Yeah, it has been quite some time, but hope you're well. Welcome. Just having some fun on the Rhein, Rhur, Osten. Quite a nice little German route. We'll just touch on the timetable services briefly. You got 270 of them, and you have a few different types of S-Bahn services. A very small S9 service. You got a you do have an S9. What's the other one? Yeah, you go. You got an RB48 service from Wuppertal Hauptbahnhof to Überbarmen. Where was that other one? Damn it. Nah, where is it? I saw it earlier. Nah, where's it gone? It was like Wuppertal Überbarmen or something like that. To Hagen. Oh, well. You can use a 112 on regional express services as well, east and west. Same goes for the 143. You can use the Vectron, 155, the MRCE, 185. I don't know if you could use this on passenger services. No, it's just for freight. The 146.2 I think has a different type of express service, isn't it? Regional Express 4 instead of 7. Yeah, we'll get back into the journey mode. Right, let's see if they can find a different type of service. They all just S8s. Trying to find. Oh, that's the S8. Yeah, Wuppertal, Oberbarmen to Hagen. I wonder if I've done that. This type of service before. Again, doing well, just hanging on. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Kin, thanks. I'm still in one piece. Still alive. Got a roof over my head, so all is well. Gosh, this is early in the morning, 4:28. Thankfully, I can see what I'm doing, so that's good. Set the headlights to its brightest setting. I'll turn the spotlight on, just in case we go into some sheltered sections of the route that are dark. Oh yeah, I've got to do VPIS. Sometimes it's set automatically for you, not on this route though. You've got to do it yourself. All part of the immersion. S2, oh, Bitterfeld, that one. Where are we going to? Hagen, isn't it? That's S8, right? Yes, it is. Now this time I'll leave the safety systems off. Try and do a run on time for once. Once again, an 8-coach train, 2 units of 4 connected together, and the first stop is Wuppertal Langefeld. Yeah, Vectron is cool. Sophie, brilliant freight locomotive, arguably the best German freight locomotive in the game, or if not one of the best locos in the game, period. Certainly one of the most advanced locos in the game. Wonderful locomotive. Sounds good, looks good, operates well. And you can use it in pretty much majority of the services. The Hagen does ice cream run. It is, the brakes are slow, man. Yeah, the brakes are slow, but that's part of its character, I suppose. Can't have everything that stops on the dime, I suppose. Brakes on this are good, though. Sophie, when Trade Sim Mod 4 came out, I thrashed a Vectron on the East Coast main line. Oh, God. I've never done that before, but I imagine it reached a pretty impressive top speed. Obviously, this route does not have the Train Sim World 4 lighting and the cloud tech, and the rain effects as well on the windscreen or windshield. The next stop is Schwelm West, 2 kilometers away. Cytokine are usually either too slow to act or too fast when you overcompensate. It's certainly a challenge to operate it at first. It does take some getting used to. There's no question about it. It took me forever just to try and set up the locomotive for service. Not just picking a service or anything like that. Like actually, when you're in the cab, especially if you want to do like a cold start, it's a challenge. Interesting, that's for sure. Because obviously, in the tutorial, it doesn't touch anything about cold starts and all that. Whoa, we're massively over the platform. Oh dear, that's me talking too much again, which I've said for the 100th time already. You can see a glimpse of the sun there on the left. So unfortunately the scenario planner is broken at the moment. Oh, wonderful. Why doesn't that surprise me? Good thing I hardly use it. I used it once for that Great Western Railway video I made and the Spirit of Steam with the Fowler 4F, but yeah, I haven't used it since. Doesn't surprise me it's broken. That's pretty major if it's broken. I'm surprised I haven't rushed out a patch to fix it if it just, closes down the moment you try and fire it up. That's not a good look. How long's it been broken like that for, Sophie? Do you know, or have you only just discovered today or something? Right, let's rock and roll to Schwelm. Right, I'll say the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you've enjoyed this stream so far, then feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And excuse me, if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Whoa, going a bit too fast. I am a better driver than this, believe me. I know I'm not the greatest, but I'm certainly better than what I'm showcasing tonight. I do apologise. Sophie, a while. Wow, I kept getting errors, but deleting DLCs and scenarios did nothing to fix it. Alright, what console is it that you play on, or if it's PC that is, I don't know. Excuse me. Where's Driver's Pedalston? We're on time, we have to wait for a change. That's the first. Oh, Series X. Oh. Well, I don't know if that's the same on PlayStation. There's actually a sale going on PlayStation at the moment. March, was it Madness or something like that? Is it March Madness? I forget what it's called. Either way, it's a March PlayStation sale, and I was hoping that the Blackpool branches would be on discount, but no, unfortunately not. It is not on discount yet. It will be. One day soon. Even though it's fantastic route, probably one of the best routes ever produced for Train Sim World, I'm not paying full price. Right, the next stop is Gelbsberg West, just over 3 kilometers away. In the tunnel. After this service, I think I'll do a mainline run. Maybe. Make sure I do. Yeah, I think I'll do one with freight actually. And I'll do with Vectron, since we mentioned it. I'll pick it and have a run with it on the main line of this route. Quite a challenge for it actually, considering it has that main line has some steep gradients, very steep gradients. Sophie with Xbox Game Pass discount, I brought it. That awesome route you streamed. Awesome route I streamed. What route was that? This route, Sophie, or Blackpool? You mean? If it's Blackpool, I haven't got Blackpool branches, so I can't have streamed it. Awesome route. The only route I've recently streamed, which was pretty good, was very good in fact, was the West Somerset Railway. Other than that, that's all I can think of. So I'm not sure what you mean. Cytokin, absolutely not worth it. Which route do you mean, Cytokin? Or Loco add-on? Oh, the main tail barn. If you got it on a discount, did you get it on a discount? Then that's fair enough. I got a main tail barn on a discount too. What a sad route that is. The shunting aspect looks actually, the shunting on the freight timetable on main tail barn actually looks quite interesting. The route itself was very uninspiring. Not much of a challenge really in terms of great topography of the route. Scenery was very bland to me. The main star of the show is obviously the diesel multiple unit, by far the best thing of it. But I'm very pleased I brought that route on the discount. It was $24.99, I think, which is it was $24.99, wasn't it, when it came out? I brought a main tail barn for just under 18 quid. It was like 30-40% off. I'm glad I brought it at a discount because that route is shocking, I must say. Which is a shame. I thought, it's a small little branch line. I thought Dovetail would do a bit of a better job with scenery, like they did with the Glossop line. Like I thought that route was solid. Despite it's a very small route, the scenery around it was satisfactory for me. Not mind-blowingly brilliant, but it was above average. So the fact that the main tail barn just, declined in visual quality was immensely disappointing. Omar, I bought this with at least 60% off last December. Have you seen the preview for the 5 circle on the Games' channel? For the 170 diesel multiple unit, you mean, Omar? Yes, I did. Not good, to put it bluntly and simply. That preview is not good. Alright, the next stop is Gelbsberg Kip. Okay, here's the station. Quite long platforms, aren't they? Whoa, break. Oh, just made it. Not many passengers. I mean, it is 4:38 in the morning after all. Oh, there's the interior. Actually, don't look too bad on board. There's the PIS displays. Full working order. Sadly, the AI PIS displays don't seem to be working, which is a bit of a shame. Sorry, Kinru DLC is on full price in general. Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%. Better to save and target. Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Ever since Dovetail jacked the prices up on their routes and not as much loco add-ons, but routes in general, I've generally tended to stay away from picking them up at 30 quid. Or what is it, 40 euros? I think it's 40 euros, isn't it? Yeah, 40 euros. Or is it 50 euros? Can't remember. But yeah, if a route is like, crikey, if the route was, say, if a route was charged at under 20 quid or something like that, obviously I'll pick it up straight away. But if it's at full price, you know, like £30 or something like that, or even routes that are at 24.99 that aren't really should be priced. That shouldn't be priced, I should say, at 24.99, and I'm not sure I'll pick it up. Even though it's I expected that the Goblin line wouldn't be full price. I mean, I had a sneaky suspicion it might be full price because it's, you know, it's Transport for London. They'll want a cut of the income just as much as Dovetail. So it was good that it's not full price, you know, at £30, but it's not so good that it's at £24.99. If it was under £20 or something like that, I would pick it up. That is, of course, if the route is satisfactory. We've seen the multiple unit, you know, in pictures and so on and so forth, but again, you know, the route itself, like, we haven't seen what the area around it, you know, north and northeast London looks like. Marking Riverside would be easy though, because the station looks great, but next to it is probably a building site where housing and God knows what they're building near the River Thames. I think it's like a housing estate, a school apparently is being built, shopping centres. So I think they're just trying to rejuvenate that southeastern part of London. So it'll be interesting. It's quite cool that the scenarios did mention football fixtures, which hopefully Dovetail will have included the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as some distant scenery. I know you can't see the stadium when you're on in first person at South Tottenham, but in the free cam, obviously you can go as high as you want and be like a drone and have a look at the skyline in the distance. And hopefully the stadium is there because it's a bloody big thing, isn't it? Compared to the surrounding infrastructure, you know, the shops and houses and all that. I hope Dovetail include it. I really, really do. Especially with the fact that they've said they're going to include some AI traffic operating on the line that goes up to you know, Seven Sisters and White Hart Lane. I will be immensely disappointed if they don't. But at the same time, I would be kind of surprised because they didn't include Aston Villa Stadium, did they? Villa Park, and that was quite close to the station of Aston. I think it's like a 5-10 minute walk away, so... Whoa, going too fast again. Too busy talking. Sorry. But again, you know, we'll wait and see. I'll be keeping my eyes out for a preview stream. That's for sure. It'll probably be next week or maybe the week after, maybe. Well, again, we'll see. We'll see. LaserJet. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Omar, what do you think of the new German route? Salzburg to Rosenheim? I don't know. I haven't got it. I had a look at the preview stream of it, and the electric locomotive. We'll get the good stuff out of the way, shall we? The locomotive, I'm pleased to have that in the game. It's an old school classic, you know, Deutsche Bahn electric locomotives. That's cool. For Dosto, Wagens, and cab car, I'm not so pleased with, but apparently it was accurate to have those same Dosto coaches and cab car in the route, because I think the route was based in the mid 2010s or something like that, early 2010s, like 2012 or something like that. So it was accurate to have those type of coaches and cab car in. For route length, I mean, you know, over 50 miles. I mean, it's actually quite rare these days. We're having a route that's over 50 miles, which is a bit of a sad thought when you think about it, because we got quite a few routes, even back in Train Sim World 2, that was over 50 miles. You know, we had the LGV Mediterranean, we had Taranto Ramp, Nürburgring Dresden, what else? Crikey. Brighton Main Line, Southeastern High Speed, the original one. There was another one, isn't there? I'm trying to think. What is it? Sherman Hill, that's it. So yeah, it's quite sad that we're getting routes that are very few routes that are not over 50 miles. Clinchfield, that's it, that's the one I was looking for. That one, combined with its branches and main line, is over 50, I think it's 60 miles or something like that. So it's a bit of a shame we're not getting enough longer routes. We desperately need some routes that are in that region of 55-60 miles. I think 50 to 60 miles, I think, should be the norm. Sometimes, like, it's great now and again to have a small linear route, but I think we're having way too many recently. Like, you know, Main-Talbahn, Niedertalbahn wasn't the exception, because that route is fantastic, scenery wise. What else? You know, the Goblin line coming out, the Bernina line. It's not the full route from San Moritz to Tirano, so yeah, that's not great. Won't be getting that route at all, simply because it doesn't go from end to end. Even though I've seen some pictures on the community website of the tracks actually going to San Moritz, and the mountain terrain at least being finished. It's just, you know, the station, the infrastructure, and all the scenery around it is not done. So I think, like, maybe it was meant to originally go to San Moritz, but Rivet had to cut it out, obviously, because you know, they have to cut corners, don't they? They've got to push this content out as quick as possible so they can make that money, make that dough, unfortunately. Which is a shame, really, really is. So yeah, the Bernina line, even though I thought it looks okay, judging by the pre-release stream and the multiple unit, which is a multiple unit I wanted to see in the game, V812 Allegra. I won't be picking it up if it doesn't go from end to end, especially on the Bernina line. I thought at least they'd do, you know, end to end, but they didn't, so disappointing. Right, the next stop is Hagen Hubing. I've been rambling on for so long, I've forgotten where I am. We're in the Hagen area, that's where we are. How are you, LaserJet, anyway? I hope you're well. I do, I always miss the platforms. Yeah, welcome to the club. I'm bloody awful at it. Let's put it that way. Talking and operating trains is not my thing. When I play the game, like when I concentrate and focus, I don't speak at all. I have started playing some music though on Apple Music whilst I'm conducting services and what have you. Ah, break! Jesus Christ. Right, sweet. We've got some time on the table to chill. Have another sip of tea. Have I got any left? Yeah, I do. Thank God. Albeit it's very cold. I do believe it's is it St. Patrick's Day today? Or is it this week? No, it's Sunday, right. I think it was St. Patrick's... no. St. Patrick's Day is next Sunday. Clicked on the wrong Sunday on my calendar. It's Mother's Day. It's Sunday. That's what it is. Sophie especially is Goblin, officially licensed TFL product, yeah. It's interesting, you know, TFL changed the name of the Goblin, well, all the lines in general, to completely different names. I thought, you know, you think if they changed the name of the lines, I don't know, you just go with what I call it, like, you know, the South London line, the West London line, the East London line, the North London line, the Goblin line, you know, but no. I have looked at the history of some of them, you know, the reasons as to why they've chosen them. Some I like more than others. The Lioness route, well, that's very recent in history, isn't it? That's the line that goes up to Wembley, because obviously the Lioness has won the European Championship in 2022. Suffragette line, don't like the name of it. I understand the reasons behind it, you know, and I appreciate the history and all that. You know, giving women equal rights and all that, and in the early 20th century in Eastern London. But in 2024, not so much. I don't like the name of Suffragette line, or however you say it. Doesn't sound right to me. It sounds quite depressing. I don't know why. Suffragette line sounds like you're gonna go on the line where you're gonna experience nothing but suffering delays, probably, and cancellations. Whoa! Wait. Right, we're coming into Hagen, Veringhausen. That'll do. Brilliant. Sorry, King, feels like it would be only for the 111. May wait for a railjet before we pick it up. A railjet? Whoa, you'll be lucky if we get a railjet, Psycho Kin. I'll be pleasantly surprised if we get a railjet this year, but I have my doubts. What is irritating is that they have not chosen to update the sounds. We'll get some new sounds for the Talent 1, the 4024 or the 4024 electric multiple unit. They really need some new sounds on that, and fast. They've got to go out to Austria or Germany or wherever the hell they find one and just get some sounds on that thing. It needs sounds badly. It ruins the immersion on that multiple unit, like, badly. The next stop is, and final stop is Hagen Hauptbahnhof, where I think I'll call it a day, I think. Oh no, no need. I won't call it a day. I've got to do a freight service. Sotokin, US freight routes are easy to do though, to see a vast nothingness outside the yards. A vast sea of nothingness. That's one way to describe it, yeah. It would be nice if they did the terrain a bit better though, especially on Sherman Hill. Horseshoe Curve and Sandpatch Grade aren't too bad. As far as scenery goes. Clinchfield as well. That's very, very good when it comes to scenery. Alright, journey's end at Hagen Hauptbahnhof. So that's the station, Hagen. Very quiet at the moment. It will get busy soon. Sophie, we should get maglev trains. Oh god, maglev trains. You'd be crazy. You'd be insane to have maglev trains. Would you imagine if we try and have maglev trains on Train Sim World? After all that, that'll be a car crash waiting to happen. And where would you even think of having a maglev train? My God, I remember one time Dovetail or whoever it was. There's a route on Train Simulator that has a maglev train, isn't it? I think it's like a Shanghai service to the airport or something like that. I think they literally put it at full price. I think whoever, well, the developer was at the time, and everyone kicked off about it because obviously the maglev train is so fast. You could literally go. You could do what, 2 full-length runs of the route in less than 20 or 10 minutes. So yeah, maglev train. I very much doubt we'll see that in Train Sim World for the time being, at least. Right, what do we need? Mr. Vectron, that's what we need. We've got petroleum, mixed freight, intermodal. I don't know. We'll do intermodal since there's some containers. That's the container yard. Let's do one in the afternoon. Let's do the 1406 Hagen Freight Yard to Wuppertal, Steinbeck. Set it. Custom weather. Was that some? Actually, no light clouds. That'll do. Sidekick, wonder if they'll do a phase 2 similar to Southeastern High Speed. What route would that be then? Or what route would you choose for a phase 2? Cytokin. It's possible they have the OBB licensing now and caught some wind on the simmering barn. Coming to TSW, caught some wind. I don't know what you mean by that. Hope you didn't actually mean someone actually catching wind, maybe during the Dovetail live stream. Was it announcing the routes? That Dovetail direct thing in the bob. God, I haven't used this in a while. Right, let's take me time here. Signal lights. Brake key, isn't it? Yeah, master key. That's it. There we go. Such a shame they didn't model the little room down there, the engine room. It's not really an engine room, but you know what I mean. Then again, if they did that, they probably would block you going any further. Signal lights at auto, parking brake released. CFO is isolated. You know what, we'll put PCB on. Right, anything over here? Aircon, yeah, that's all tickety boo. Just touch up over here. Yep, that's all fine. I think we're all good to go. I think. To guess. Hazard lights. Look at that. Right. Screen 1. Is that the screen? Okay. Oh, the data. Here we go. Is that it? Am I looking at the right screen? No, I don't want to. Nah, here we go. Special. No, I swear it did work. It might be the screen on the left. Screen 2. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so you have different, I think, is that like there's types of lights you should use? Get confused. Sometimes I think that's signals. You've got cameras. Obviously that doesn't work.
AFB.
That's
AFB.
That's AFB.
AFB. AFB.
That's the settings.
AFB. AFB.
Oh, shut up. Thank you. And here you got the different types of modes you could use. Electric modes. So you got the 15 kilovolt overhead system in Germany, 25 kilovolt system, and you've also got the various electric modes for Austria, Switzerland, and Vive la France. How cool is that? I think it's awesome. I'll just change the contrast on that. Match with the other screens. Right, let's go. Wait for it. There we go. Damn, those lights are bright for signal lights. Jeez. Very bright, in fact. They're even on. Oh my god. That's incredibly bright lights for signal lights. Jesus. Incredibly bright. See if I can find the lights system a minute. Hang on. Ah, no. Didn't acknowledge it. I was busy. Signal lights. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. There we go. My bad. Oh god. Please say we can get moving. Let me just check the lights a minute. They are incredibly bright for now we got no lights at all. This is very confusing. Headlights off. Right, let's put on signal. Dimmed. Yeah, they're not on, are they? Oh, don't say it's broken. That's going to ruin it. That one is in red. That one's red. Confused. That's high beam dimmed, and that's high beam. Right, so what's the headlights working? It's just the signal lights there. Very, very dark. Almost, they look almost off to me. Jeez. Maybe I'll put it on high beam dimmed and. Alright, let's go. I don't think the signal lights are broken, but I'll have to check on that again, actually. I'll play around with that locomotive. I'll play with this locomotive after I've done the stream. I want to check those lights work. I just want to have it on its own and just put on the rear lights to see if the rear lights work. Like the red lights, you know. Tail lights. Cytokin, for the comment above, that was the Bernina line, hopefully. They should do a phase 2. Well, they should have included it from the beginning, but, you know, going to St. Moritz. But, you know, hey-ho, there you go. That's just my view. Oh, remember we got 70 limit. Spurs. Keep it together. Sort of keen. I mean, I saw rumours on it. Not sure if it has been confirmed yet, but the sources do look creditable. What sources is that? Cytokin. I take it this is for the Bernina line extension or separate extension. But you know, it goes back to my point. You know, they should have included it from the start. Like, delay the thing at least by a couple more weeks. Like, surely Rivet Games is not that close to bankruptcy or something. Jesus, I know they got to pay their employees on a monthly basis, but you know, it's a little bit. Surely they could wait at least a couple more weeks. They probably generate enough money, you know. It's not just Train Sim World they have stuff on, you know, Train Simulator as well. The one Rhein I am looking forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, Dovetail do a decent job, is the Semmering barn. Now, even though it doesn't come with any new rolling stock as such, it would have been cool to have a jet, a city jet, OBB multiple unit or diesel multiple unit on that route. That would be really, really cool. But oh shit, we better get on the brakes. Excuse me, language there. But yeah, I am looking forward to the Semmering barn. I like the fact that Dovetail have extended the route from the original version that they made for Train Simulator, where I just like the look of the route personally. You know, it's almost like two routes in one. You've got the very mountainous, twisty, almost very steep gradient section. You know, provide a challenge to the passenger services, especially in different weather conditions. And then you've got the almost racetrack style, you know, woo, down the hill you go kind of flat out section where you can reach some pretty high speeds. So that interests me. Add on the fact they've extended the route as well from the original Train Simulator version. It is immediately attractive to me. I hope Dovetail do a decent job. And the fact that even though we're not getting any new stock, it's you know, another a Taurus locomotive, just numbered differently and in a new coat of paint, basically. Same go for the coaches too, but I do like loco hauled passenger services rather than multiple unit passenger services. And plus, you know, we already have a good insight into what the Taurus locomotive is all about, you know, how it operates, how it sounds, how it looks. So sounds, they shouldn't be a problem, because you know, we already have how many free versions of it in the game, so hopefully it's a decent job. It's interesting that I think it's only passenger services they're going to portray on that route and not freight. It'll be quite interesting to have some freight on there. Right, we got 24 kilometers to go until Wuppertal Steinbeck. Rumours are for the Semmering barn. Oh, right, okay. I don't know what rumours are for the Semmering barn. To extend the Semmering barn route? Oh. Okay, that's confusing me now. Right, we're coming to the steepest section. Okay. What was that all about? What was that all about? Cool, we've got. Okay. What was that all about? And that's a disaster because we're coming up to the steepest section of the route, so we've got to pick it up now. Come on, faster, 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 faster. Samuel Smith, sick. You just had Oliver over. Oliver? Who's Oliver? I don't know who Oliver is. Oliver Twist or the Artful Dodger? He's got Bill Sykes with him as well. This is what I feared. Yeah. Steepest section of the route. This is going to really test the locomotive. Momentarily set the train rate to quick release. It's a penalty brake. Why are we getting penalty brakes all of a sudden? I don't get it. Are you kidding me? Oh, we got to do a hill start. Why are we getting penalty brakes all of a sudden? I don't get that. Is it due to the speed limit of what we should be going at, maybe, on a freight train? If so, I have no idea what the speed limit is. What's the speed limit for freight services? I've no idea. I'm going to take a guess, maybe 75 kilometers per hour. We're going to struggle here to get up the hill. I'll be gobsmacked if it gets moving. Come on, Loco, you can do it. Oh, it's going backwards, I think. No. It's not a particularly long train either. She ain't gonna move, is it? Let's put on the brakes. Oh, he's not gonna move, he's not gonna move. Oh no. No point. Sand, maybe. Sand could help it. Where's the sand? Oh no. She ain't gonna move. I wonder if I've stalled it.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Brakes should be fully released, so we're not moving, are we? Let me change the HUD a minute, just see what the brake gauges are doing. Accessibility, normal, I suppose. There we go. What's going on? Yeah, the brakes are completely off. We're just stuck. We ain't gonna be moving today. Wonder if I roll back just an inch and then maybe move forward. That might that could work. I don't know. Oh god, I've got the wrong. Hold on. She ain't budging, is she? I wonder if I've cut in the brake.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Let's turn the throttle off. Let's cut the brakes out. Switch off the master key. Stick it. Cut it in.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Stick it in. And then hope for the best. Please move. No. Oh, it's moving. Yeah, we got him moving. Fantastic. Brilliant. Started again here with a 1116. It's basically going to be... With it is basically going to open the railjet door, since people will use delivery designer to make one anyway. Very true. I don't know what they use to make a railjet livery, but... yeah. I look forward to that one. I don't know what the route length is. They haven't put any details about that yet. I think it's 40-ish kilometers or something like that. If that's based at $24.99, then I'll get that 100%. That is, again, if the route is satisfactory. Maybe arguably, out of our Dovetail Direct, surprisingly, the route I was looking forward to the most. Okay, it's gone off again.
Zwangsbremsung. Zwangsbremsung.
What did I do wrong this time?
Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, it's got a 70 flashing light. My bad. This is not a good service. I do apologise. Oh no, not this again. Do what I did before. See what I mean? This is a tricky locomotive, especially when you're doing a service and you've no idea what the speed limit is for freight services, and you're chatting away. We will get there, I promise you. I just don't know when. No. Please move. It's a nice tree. Please wait, move. Right, I think I'll just turn P off.
Zugbeeinflussung.
There we go. Right. Oh, only just, but we're cruel. Look at that. 1 kilometer per hour. Make that 2. Come on, train. We can do it. Let's go. Hey, Simon. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Just having some fun on the Rhine Osten. The freight run is proving more challenging. Unfortunately, that's my fault. Chatting away too much, not paying attention to the speed limits, and PZB, so I've had to turn it off and do a hill start. Never mind. You can tell how bad of a driver I am on streaming. It's a good thing I only stream once or twice a week. Oh dear. Hope you're well, Simon. Hope you've had a good weekend and a good start to the week. Speaking, what was I going to say? Simon, I took a look at the that article you wanted me to take a look at that you put on the forums. I did read it up on Hauptstrecke Rhein. Must say, very well done. It's a very detailed article. I wouldn't be surprised if Dovetail actually take a look at that and maybe make a new timetable on what you said on Hauptstrecke Rhein. Wouldn't be at all surprised. An extension to Dortmund? I don't think. I wouldn't say it's out of the question, but it's unlikely. But yeah, as far as the new timetable goes for Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr, it's definitely possible, no doubt about it. If they've done new timetables for Hamburg, Lübeck, and Kurlaken, then definitely Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr is a possibility, no question. But it's very, very good, very well written. I was fascinated by it. Please do more on the German stuff. You know way more about the German timetables than I do. I'm just fascinated of the German timetables that are in the game. Real life, I haven't got a clue. Mostly because some of them are in German. I don't understand German, unfortunately. Can't read German very well. Simon, did you get the Salzburg route? I have not, unfortunately, no. I did want to pick it up, but unfortunately I cannot at the moment. Hopefully I'll probably pick it up when it goes on discount. Oh, there's the Vosler. What a brilliant little shunter that is. Oh, nice to finally see it. Wuppertal Steinbeck is 17 kilometers away. Probably held up all of the traffic on the main line now. And that's going to Wuppertal. Never mind. Whoa, brake. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm over speeding. This is not a good day for a good stream for trying to drive realistically. I really do apologise. Probably apologise way too much. That's why we're meant to be going at 120. We're passing through another station. It's not particularly long intermodal train. What's that? I'm gonna guess 15 container wagons. Simon, I did first impressions are great. Oh, good. I mean, I wasn't impressed with the OBB side of things. That poor little Talent 1, the 4024, still hasn't got any new sounds, and the destination displays on the platforms for the OBB services are broken. I think when I looked at the pre-release stream, they probably fixed it by now, but actually they couldn't have fixed it, have they? The game hasn't been updated since the game since that route released. But yeah, the route length looks solid, and the 111 certainly from my perspective was okay. Sound-wise, I don't think it's accurate to the real-world version. I think they just got some 110 sounds and used them or edited them to make it sound different. But there you go. Yeah, the timetable looks good, and the route looks decent. I mean, I haven't got it, so when I get it, I'll do a stream on it and have a first look. in my usual rigorous standards. Ooh. 13 kilometers to go until Wuppertal Steinbeck. Right, we're about to join the S-Bahn. Just passing Schwell. Thundering through the station. I mean, if you do have PCB on, you can reach some pretty high speeds. 160 kilometers per hour. It's pretty quick. Simon been on a course in the Canary Wharf. Oh, very nice. What was the course? Was it boring or was it fun? Glad you liked it. Oh, that's alright. Hope they pay attention. I hope so too. The spirit you're playing is another candidate route for a new timetable as intercities and intercity expresses in real life. Well, there you are. That's the next article you need to, or essay you need to write about then. Rhein, Osten. That's the next one. München Augsburg as well. That needs looking into as well. The S-Bahn stuff, that's not a problem. It's just everything else. A little bit on the quiet side for me. München Augsburg, I'm very surprised they haven't done anything to that route. They're probably going to wait for when that 420 eventually gets released. I mean, it's been years, hasn't it, since that loco add-on's been announced by TSG when it was in the planning stages or early development. I think it was like revealed in Train Sim World 2, wasn't it? And nearly probably 2 games later, we still haven't got it. It'll never be ready. I look forward to the other 2 locomotives that TSG is making, the 218 and the 232. It'll be good. Oh, 130, didn't see that. Oh my goodness. Thundering through Wuppertal. Oh dear. Simon, the Salzburg route comes through by recommendation. Probably my top 4 routes. What was the recommendation? Was it the locomotive or was it the timetable or something? I imagine it's a timetable, but we'll see what Simon says. Yeah, main specific barn needs a new timetable as well. Come to mind. Now they've added now at Dovetail added the AI services in the Schaffenburger Bahnhof, intercity expresses and intercity trains and what have you, and immediately that comes to mind for main specific barn. Poor main specific barn. And the overground as well. I'm surprised. Overground, the underground, the Bakerloo line. I'm very surprised Dovetail did not include the or enable the 710 trains to be used on the Bakerloo line as AI. Dovetail said it was due to the different types of power roads that are used in the game, but I think that's a pathetic excuse, considering the fact that you can actually operate the Class 710s in a different power mode on that route, but via the use of scenario planner and off the rails mode. So to me that's a pathetic excuse, blaming it on different power modes, but yeah, they know very damn well they should have included that 710 in an AI timetable for Bakerloo line. But there you go, they're not going to do that, so that's disappointing. Sorry again, the 442 and S6 services for München Augsburg also come to mind. Oh yeah, of course they don't have that, yeah. Good thinking. Simon Course is a 4-dayer on React JS. 4-day on React JS. Don't know what that means. In actual Canary Wharf Tower. Oh yeah. Really swish. Such a cool day. Well, it certainly was. I mean, I remember when I was a kid in 2006. Every time I think of Canary Wharf, I think of Torchwood because of Doctor Who. It was in where was Torchwood based? Which tower was it? It wasn't where HSBC was based. It was the I think it was the tower you meant in the comments, in the chat. So yeah. Right, we're going into the yard. I haven't been in this yard in a very long time. Simon, the Rhur is one of my favourites in real life. It's a major European trunk route, beautiful scenery and good layering. Ooh. I mean, the timetable certainly impressed me. You know, the amount of things you could layer onto that. You know, especially when it came to the freight side, you could use pretty much all the freight locomotives that you have at your disposal. I can't remember if there's any intercity express services in that timetable, be it playable or AI. That's something I don't know. But you have a timetable on Rosenberg. Jesus, we're not in Norway or Sweden, are we? Christ. Rosenheim, that's it. My brain's going... My brain is losing power. I apologise. Rosenheim to Salzburg. Yeah, that route, hopefully I aim to pick up as soon as possible. I mean, at full price, 55 kilometres over 50 miles, I think that's fair. That's fair. If we get routes that are over 50 miles, or, over 50 miles plus, I think paying 30 quid isn't too bad. I think it's everything else under 50 miles shouldn't be at full price. But there you go, that's just my view. Hey Alfie, nice to see you, hope you're well. Simon, München Augsburg, I think they're worried about performances with London to Brighton when they got to take that. Well, they got to take a risk and go for it then. I mean, the frame rate of the route, München Augsburg, certainly improved from when it launched. Same goes for the Brighton mainline, but then again, Brighton mainline on the new gen consoles or current gen consoles as it is now. You could run the full timetable, was it 1700 services? And if you can run 1700 services in a pretty reasonable condition on full gen, next gen consoles, then I'm pretty sure you could run a new timetable on München Augsburg. That's just my view. If they are worried about, the old Xbox One and PS4, blowing up or something, then just have the original timetable that you've got now, really. Just don't give them a new timetable, as harsh as that sounds, but, that's the risk you got to take, and that's the risk you got to take. That's just my view. Cytokin second, that is the best option. Cytokin, yeah. Simon, they look great sweeping along the bends of the route. This is Rosenberg to Salzburg, you mean? Whoa, shit, I got a break. I'm gonna... it's me, screwed it up. Oh, bollocks, right at the very end as well. Oh, God. What a surprise. I always screw it up at the end, don't I? Flipping heck. I do apologise. What a horrendous freight service that was. Christ almighty. Oh, that was good fun, though. I'll give it that. Cytokin Spurs Rail, at worst, it's a better placeholder than not having it. Also includes the Southern 377 and expand the boundaries of the Bakerloo, so we can drive them through. Simon, no intercity expresses go to Salzburg. There is one daily train that goes via Rosenheim, which may have been included, high-speed trains on that line. Rail jets, which I'm hoping will be the next Austrian DLC. The Semmeringbahn, no, it won't have. There will be no rail jets, unfortunately, with the Semmeringbahn. I think it's just the OBB 1116 electric locomotive. Its coaches. The 4024 Talent 1 is in the route's timetable, but I don't think it will come with the route. It might do, I don't know. As far as freight services and other bits and pieces that will be integrated into that route's timetable, again, I have no idea. But we'll see. Hopefully, the Semmeringbahn gets released at the end of March, if not beginning of April, hopefully. But yeah, there we go. That concludes this fun little stream on Rhein, Rhur, Osten. If you'd enjoyed it, then feel free to give it a like. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream will be hopefully this weekend. I haven't been able to stream recently due to work commitments, so hopefully this Sunday I'll be back to normal schedule. The next stream will be on Peninsula Corridor. That is if it runs smoothly. I uninstalled it recently because of I wasn't happy with the way it performed in the game. But yeah, that will be the next route I'll be taking a look at, and that's the very old in fact, Peninsula Corridor. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and as always, I will see you next time.